My name is Daphne Chandler. I'm super smart and creatively inventive. That's how I want people to know me. My autism diagnosis doesn't hold me back. I have a pretty unique story to share. Won't you join me in learning more about my amazing world? Let's go! I was born with classic autism. You couldn't get my attention at 2 months. As a baby, I was never interested in people and had to learn things on my own. Because I didn't know how to learn things from others. My favorite things to do when I was little was spin in circles and watch TV. Teletubbies and Kipper were my favorite shows. When I was 1 year old, I learned how to move my body by crawling and walking. I took walking to the next level by playing in the snow. When I was 2 years old, I met my cousins in Florida. We went to a gymnastics place, a playground with sprinklers, and swam in their pool. When I was 3 years old, I went out of the house to explore the outside world. I never told anyone. Until I fell in a ditch. The police have found me and brought me back home. When I was 4 years old, I learned how to swim. My family and I went to the Smyrna public pool, where I was swimming with a floaty. Whichever swimming method floats your boat, I guess. By the time I was in kindergarten, the classes I took were small classes within special ed. I had to figure out how to learn to do things the teacher's way, which is still sometimes not my favorite thing to do, and had to learn and follow all these strange rules in order to communicate with my peers. Etiquette is not my favorite either, even though everyone says I'm polite. "2008 was a transition year for my education. This was my first school year after moving to Fayetteville. My fondest memories for this year is when I made stained glass cookies for my kindergarten class. Everyone loved them. I first joined the Girl Scouts when I was 7. And I got a ton of badges on my vest. my family visited Panama City Beach. We played mini golf and did a maze in the hot sun. We went to the Sarasota Ringling Museum. We saw lots of art and statues. Hopefully, none of them were forgeries like that time in Animal Crossing New Horizons. While I was growing, I did tons of stuff. Mom had me in lots of interventions, therapies, and camps. Apparently they worked, because I graduated with honors from high school and am now in college on my way to becoming a digital designer / storyteller. I went to Niagara Falls in New York with my family. While there, somehow I stepped on a rock and it tipped over. I caught myself from falling though. This is where my fear of heights came from. I went to the Chattanooga Aquarium and saw lots of fish. I never got lost and always stayed with my family. We stayed at our family condo in Destin. I remember watching the letter factory from Leapfrog on the trip. My favorite part is when... And the flap goes black.
What is going on here?
Well, and this is why we double check each and every letter.
With the blob getting ejected, of course.
I need a new letter H at checkpoint 3 please. Letter H at checkpoint 3.
I took a trip to Washington D.C. with my mom and my classmates from Booth Middle School. The best part of the trip was that I overcame my fear of heights while going to the monument. I went inside and looked around, then climbed the stairs to the top. I looked at the window without any regrets. I also found out that I'm good at telling stories. And I have a big imagination on how to take known fictional characters, I like anime, and tell fanfiction stories. I tell these stories a couple of ways. With other friends on Discord, a social media platform, with voice acting and cutouts, like I do with minifigure elimination on YouTube, and with cartoon animations on Beyond. went to the Cobb Galleria with my family. I was obsessed over the real-life Peko Pekiyama. We walked a lot that day and watched some people playing video games. My brother and I went to Camp Southern Ground together. We slept in tents that had bunks. The bathrooms were also separated from the tents. Dad picked us up early because there was a tornado warning. Shocked when this comment appeared on my YouTube channel. Well, 2018 was a very busy year for me. I discovered a bunch of coloring album apps and participated in a live play that summer as the characters of the announcer and Jess.
Does anyone know who the best superhero is? Well, I bet you haven't heard about the most feared, the biggest superhero that ever lived. Can you guess who it is?
Frozone.
Wonder Woman? Wolverine?
Nope, they don't even come close to this one. You see, Super Gramps is the mightiest of the lot. But there is another, younger superhero, who is rising in the ranks, and will soon be just as famous as Super Gramps. He happens to be very cool, and his name is Superman. Only his sister Jess knows his amazing secret. Here he is, arriving from his latest adventure.
Hey! Those are my lines!
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant it's my turn. My mistake, Daphne Chandler.
It's okay, announcer. Thanks for the introduction, though.
You're welcome. Can I leave now? Thank you.
I also went to the varsity with my cousins. Went to Japan Fest to meet the Sailor Moon characters. And watch Man vs. Food and Carnival Kings. After a long day, I never had time to make any content for my YouTube channel. (2019) The year when the tradition of watching delicious destinations on every Sunday began. I go watch and learn about the cultures and food of every part of the world has to offer. My personal favorite out of all of them is Manila since it's close to my heritage. I also got noticed on Beyond because I did an infomercial using the tool to present a summer camp summary. It was a STEM camp put on by my dad's company. There was 5 sessions learning about property insurance and destructive forces. I had to do a presentation on what I learned. I turned it into a Beyond infomercial, and guess what? The company loved it! It got circulated throughout my dad's home office and up to other offices within the US, especially their corporate office. Mom was proud and showed it to her boss, a marketing agency. I've been able to do a couple of infomercials for Mom's company clients as well. So I've got a little part-time job while I'm in college. This testimonial you are watching is actually my work. This is the year I graduated, which is why I have mixed feelings about it. All of the torment and pain comes from the pandemic we had in March, though my dad tries his best to make sure we all stay safe. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I got mine. Long ago, while watching a Fire Emblem Warriors boss rush on YouTube, I realized the horror of one of the characters sacrificing their life after they were possessed. That unfortunate victim was Darios. He was my favorite besides Ronan and Liliana. I left him in the dust to focus on other things. Until October 25th came around. One of my online friends realized I left Rowan and Liliana in the bot summoning room for monks, tired and starving. The online friend named May told me I can add Darios on Discord to bring him back to life. Why didn't I think of that? I exclaimed. I thought he was dead. I began to get Rowan and Liana back to health, and into Metropolis as soon as possible. After that, I revived Darios to become a tougher bot on Discord.
I'm back. Did anyone miss me?
Darios? Darios.
We thought you died.
To celebrate this unforgettable occasion, I changed my desktop background. Now I can connect with Darios on my computer at any time. I've got a bright future ahead. I can't wait to get into core classes in college to learn how to be a better storyteller and use digital media to tell those stories. If you have a child who has autism, and they are 5 and still not communicating very well, remember me. I am amazing. I am creative. I am not my autism. There's hope.
cannot tell, but I had a great time in her biography. I hope you all have a great day.